Yeah, we are playing up good stuff. Yeah.
Hey guys, this is Backdraft and welcome to another episode on the Symmetria server. This is episode number 3. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you love vanilla survival Minecraft, then this is definitely the series for you, so be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so you never miss another video. So in the last episode, we got our bearings with a new group, the Worm Lords. We have been up to quite a bit since the last episode, but in the last episode, in case you missed it, we set up a little storage area over in the Worm Lords common area. We set up a wood farm to help contribute to the industry, and of course, we took that wood and a few other things, and we have set up a shop in the shopping district. It's not really a shop, it's just I've kind of thrown some stuff down on my plot for now. So unfortunately, last time I checked at least, we have not sold a single thing, not a single stack of wood, and not a single stack of wool. Yeah, so we have no diamonds to our name at all right now. So after some discussion and investigation, we've determined, when I say we, I mean the Worm Lords. I'm going to be saying that a lot, I think. So if I say we from now on, you guys know who I'm talking about. But anyway, we've determined that there are other people in the shopping district that are selling these items for a lot cheaper. Somebody's selling wool, I think, for like 4 stacks at diamond and wood for like 2 stacks at diamond. So we're getting undercut. We're not making any diamonds right now off of these items, but I have a plan to create a much bigger shop. We are going to be creating the Worm Lord flagship store right here on my plot because I have prime real estate right here. The very first shops that you see when you come into the shopping district are going to be mine and this one over here. So we're going to be using this as the Worm Lord flagship. So getting a much bigger, more permanent shop up and running is one of the goals of this episode. Another goal actually is I finally have the exterior of the Mega Base designed. So I'd like to make some progress towards getting the Mega Base up and running. And then if we have time, the next thing on the checklist on the bulletin board over there is to set up a super smelter and a villager breeder. I don't think we're going to be doing a trading hall. I think we're each going to have our own individual trading halls in our bases. So we'll probably just concentrate on doing a villager breeder and of course looks like build up all mega bases. So people are calling each other out. We need to get these mega bases up. So since last episode, we have done some design work on the industrial area. This is where the melon, pumpkin, wool, and wood farms and stuff are all over here for the Worm Lords. It actually looks really, really cool. I don't think it's quite done yet, but there is quite a bit going on. I love the use of the banners alongside the copper blocks. It kind of makes it look like some sort of like basin or something like that where liquid can gather up. I mean, there's all kinds of cool little details here. We got pipes going back and forth carrying items around. But yeah, I think this is the palette that we're going to be using for all of our industrial builds, at least all the common builds for the Worm Lords for this season. Before we get into any building for this episode, since I have made 0 diamonds and I have none to my name right now, I think that we're gonna go do a mining session. So I got myself a beacon. I was able to get some wither skeleton skulls from our platform of doom, aka our wither skeleton farm. Pretty simply, actually, we were able to kill the wither. We got a wither cheesing station as well, so I was able to get a beacon pretty easily. So we're gonna pick a spot. We're gonna go down into the earth's crust and we're gonna see how many diamonds we can get. So we ended up mining for about an hour and a half. We just tunneled down all the way, I think it was to about -55 or -54. We set up the beacon and just did some good old-fashioned branch mining. Now, of course, you can't speed mine anymore with deep slates. Well, you can if you use moss, but it's not very easy with moss. I didn't really like the way that you had to do it with moss. But anyway, we ended up with quite the haul after that mining session. This is what we ended up with. We now have 18 diamond blocks plus 3 diamonds, bunch of redstone, bunch of lapis, bunch of raw gold. So it was a pretty good haul. I'm finally glad that we got some diamonds to our name. So now that we got some diamonds to our name, the next thing I want to do is I want to get the Mega Base started. Now, the first thing we have to do for that is resource collection. So I've already done a bit of it on stream. This is what we have so far. So this is all of the cactus and lapis we're going to need to make the cyan dye. And in these shulkers right here, there's about 13 of them. This is a little bit more than half of the terracotta that we're going to need. So there is roughly 30,000 cyan terracotta that goes into this mega build. So I still have a lot more to do. This took me about probably about an hour and a half to get 13 shulkers worth, so still a lot more resource gathering to do on that part. Then we have to dye all of that terracotta into the cyan, like I said before. And then on top of that, since we did just do that mining session, we did collect up a bunch of deep slates, and we're also going to need, I think it's the smooth variant of the deep slate for this mega build. So we're not going to finish the entire mega base in one episode. It's probably going to take several episodes because it's a mega build, so it's going to take us a while to finish up, but I want to at least get it started. So we're going to crank on with some resource collection. Several hours later, we finally have the 22 shulker boxes of terracotta that we're going to need. So up to this point, I've dyed about 5 shulkers into the cyan terracotta that we need for the build, and we're just going to dye the rest of it as we go. But this gigantic wall of shulkers behind me is everything that we're going to need to finish up the mega base. So tons and tons of terracotta. There's a lot of deep slate. There's a lot of stone and sea lanterns. All kinds of materials in here. Now, of course, we're not going to finish the mega base in this episode. It's not by a long shot. It's probably going to be several episodes before we're done with just the outside, and then it's going to be even more to finish up the inside. This is a gigantic build, probably the biggest build I've ever done in survival. But we're going to hit up a time lapse now. We're going to get as much done chipped away in this episode as we can in the mega base. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's roll that music. enjoyed the time lapse. Sorry there was a bit of an abrupt jump in the middle of it because I paused the recording and forgot to hit replay or resume for like a good 20-30 minutes. So there was a bit of a jump in the middle. Sorry about that. But anyway, this is the progress that we've made for this episode. So for the record, this is only probably about 10 to 15% of the base. So we got a good chunk of it done. Kind of looks like a drone right now, but essentially, like I said, this is a gunship from the Matrix. We have the engine thingies, arc reactor thingies that are keeping it afloat. There's tons of more of them on the ship. Like I said, this is only just a section of it. Let's take a quick trip up top. It was mainly just the cyan terracotta that we had to place down, some sea lanterns, some stone, a couple other miscellaneous things as well. But we're going to keep building it up and up and up and expanding it outward from here over the course of the next several episodes, and it should start coming together really, really nicely. So this took about 3 hours or so, so to do the rest of it's probably going to take many, many more hours, but we're willing to grind it out for the awesome build in the end. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments thus far. I think it's going to look super, super dope. You guys aren't going to want to miss it. But unfortunately, I know this is a shorter episode, but this is all the time I have for this episode. If you enjoyed it, please do not hesitate to hit that thumbs up. And if you're looking forward to seeing the gunship finish, then hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications so you do not miss when more episodes come out on the Symmetria server. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you again. Bye.
We are in the place to be. Yeah, yeah, yeah.